has inaugurated the General Prosecution's new headquarters in New Cairo. The opening was attended by Prime Minister Sharif Ismail, the Ministers of Legal Affairs and Justice, the General Prosecutor, as well as a number of prosecutors. After the inauguration, the head of state met with Councillor Nabil Sadiq and watched two documentaries narrating the history of prosecutions in Egypt. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with his Palestinian counterpart Mahmoud Abbas in Cairo on Saturday to review the latest developments in the occupied Palestinian territories. Presidential spokesman Ambassador Ala Yousaf said President al-Sisi reiterated during the talks that the Palestinian cause would remain the top priority of Egypt's foreign policy. The president stressed that Cairo would support international efforts and initiatives, including the French initiative, which are aimed at settling the Palestinian cause and reaching a just peace, as well as setting the Palestinian state with Jerusalem as its capital. For his part, the Palestinian leader said his country appreciates Egypt's efforts, which are aimed at settling the Palestinian cause, hailing the Egyptian leadership's efforts in consolidating the Palestinian cause. Both leaders agreed that the upcoming meeting in France would be a good chance to exchange views and set future plans and procedures on the path of realizing peace. Abbas referred to Egypt's pivotal role in ending the Palestinian rift and achieving a reconciliation among its factions, stressing the significance of the Palestinian unity to realize people's aspirations and create an independent state. Also on Saturday, President al-Sisi received the head of the UN General Assembly and former head of the Danish Parliament, Mogens Lykketoft. During the meeting, the president asserted that Egypt was monitoring UN and global efforts to promote cooperation with the international organization. According to presidential spokesman Ambassador Ala Yousaf, President al-Sisi expressed Egypt's keenness to resume its pivotal role to achieve international peace and stability, especially as it currently chairs the UN Security Council. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas attended on Saturday a meeting in the Arab League's headquarters today to appeal for unity amongst Arab foreign ministers towards the French peace initiative. During the meeting, Abbas reviewed the French proposal concerning the Palestinian cause and called on adopting a common Arab stance before the upcoming meeting in France. He said that it is time for the Arabs to unite to enable the Palestinian people achieving their legal rights of having an independent state on the 1967 borders and with Jerusalem as its capital. Abu Mazen added that a number of Western countries recognized Palestine as a state, stressing that the Arabs should work on helping the Palestinians get more recognition from other countries. Concerning Palestinian unity, Abbas said they decided to do for a national reconciliation government, then go to the elections to be one hand in front of the Israeli occupation. For his part, Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry said President al-Sisi has called on intensifying efforts aimed at settling the Palestinian cause and resuming the peace process in addition to ending the inter-Palestinian rift. Shoukry called on unifying efforts to fight terrorism and finding peaceful solutions for regional disputes through diplomatic means. Search continued on Saturday for the debris and two black boxes of the doomed Egypt Air Flight MS-804, which crashed 10 days ago in the Mediterranean between the Greek island of Crete and Egypt's north coast, with 66 people aboard, including 30 Egyptians and 15 French nationals. Egypt has hired a private firm to help in the hunt for the black boxes from the Egypt airplane that crashed last week en route from Paris to Cairo. Egyptian civil aviation officials said in a statement that they had signed an agreement with Deep Ocean Search DOS to carry out the search and retrieval process of the two data recorders. French and Egyptian aviation officials have said it is too soon to determine what caused the disaster, although a terror attack on the Airbus A320 has not been ruled out. DOS says it can operate in depths of up to 6,000 meters and has a robot that is capable of mapping the seabed. The Grand Imam of Al-Azhar and chairman of the Muslim Sages Council Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib called on Muslim and Arab ambassadors to rectify the image of Islam. This came during his visit to France, where he reassured that the main issue is identifying the relationship between Islam and the West through facing the accusations against Islam in the Western media. Earlier, Sheikh Al-Tayyib met with a number of Arab and Muslim ambassadors in Paris, pressing for the important role that they can play in spreading moderate Muslim thought across European countries and particularly in France. The Grand Imam reviewed efforts by Egypt's top religious institutions to counter terrorist ideologies through organizing training sessions for new Al-Azhar preachers, a matter which Al-Azhar believes will help nullify the justifications of brutal actions committed by these terrorists against civilians in the name of Islam. A police officer and 2 conscripts were injured by a roadside bomb blast in the northern Sinai city of Al Arish on Saturday. An Interior Ministry statement said the blast took place as a security patrol unit passed through the Masaid area in the city. The injured were rushed to hospital as manhunt has been launched to arrest the perpetrators. The Ministry of Interior has seized 2 more suspects involved in the Minya attacks as it continues its search operations to capture the rest of the fugitives involved. Earlier, police has arrested 10 men in connection with the incident, as the Ministry of Interior said in a statement that all those involved in the heinous crime would be brought to justice. Meanwhile, His Holiness Pope Tawadros II, the Pope of Alexandria, and the Holy Apostolic See of St. Mark reaffirmed that the head of state and all concerned bodies are dealing with the Al-Karama village incident. The Islamic Research Academy called for residents of the village to avoid destruction and sedition, stressing that the rise of the nation lies among all cross-nation sections of the society. The Cairo Criminal Court postponed on Saturday the trial of ousted President Mohamed Morsi over espionage until May 7th. Prosecutors alleged that Morsi conspired with the other defendants to leak secret state documents, including military and security files, to Qatar during his turbulent year in office. Meanwhile, the court sentenced the former head of the Shura Council, Safwat al-Sharif, to a 5-year jail term, while each of his 2 sons were handed down 5- and 2-year prison terms on charges of profiteering and power abuse. The court also fined the defendants 209.7 million Egyptian pounds. A Palestinian killed by an Israeli occupation soldier was buried in the occupied West Bank on Saturday, a day after Israel returned his body to his family.